Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Up on the board, what I have now is the charts that you saw before, but they were hard to read because of the highlighter function not being transparent enough. This is the charts um, for column 3 on the resolution 2 3-octant rounds chart. And this was the 8 of 2016 through 8 of 2024 series. So this is it without the yellow, so you can actually see the words. I'm not going to read again all of them because I've read these at various times. Just wanted to point out this is where in 2017 is where the FOI 1 should have gone, but it didn't. It didn't release until 9 of 2018. But after that, the Flames of Urea frequencies release in the Hethalon periods, which is the August period of each of the years. So you had FOI 1 was delayed, then you had FOI 2 in 2018. You also had FOI 1 in 9 of 2018. That was the late one. So you have FOI 1, FOI 2, then 2019, FOI 3, 2020, FOI 4, 2021, FOI 5. Now what I want to also get back to up here a bit is looking at let me find them. It was the reason I had them highlighted was so I could find them faster, but that didn't work. So let's see, where are we? I'm trying to help. Give me a second. Okay. We'll get into the chevron rescues and those kind of things, which have to do with Guardian Up Steps 31 through 34. We'll get into those at a different time. I'm not sure if they'll be in KDDL3 or if they'll be part of the Hostmasters thing, because there's very specific groups that were affiliated with those. Let me see. I can. Where is? I'm looking for a particular thing. Treaties. Where are we? Arc 2. Here we go. Okay. Can you move it up to here so I can see this one here? Yep. There we go. Yeah. All right. So let's start with August of 2020. And that's that August of 2020 to August of 2021 period. So in 11 of 2020, Mug 90, that was TJ Firestorm 5. That was when the Arc 1 Caves A1 Aurora 1 platform opened, and that one opened into 2317 AD. So when we get the Spark of the Arc 1, first one, transmission, tonight, this morning, it's actually going to be coming from that time period and from that platform, the A1 platform, Cave Cities, of 2317 AD. So it's a future spark coming in that's from that time period. It also implies that when in the next couple of workshops or web shops, when we have Spark 2 and 3, they will correspond with Arc 2 and Arc 3 activations. Okay, so these will each be coming in from the time period associated with that arc, which is associated with the corresponding Aurora platform. So I just wanted to point that out. So here we have the Arc 1 in 11 of 2020. Arc 1 came, opened, and in March of 2021, Mug 92, the Arc 2 Cloud Cities A2 platform opened, and that opens to 2617 AD, so Spark 2 would correspond to that. And then we have May of 2021, Mug 93, Arc 3 Ocean Cities opened, which is the Aurora Platform 3. And that opens into 2976 AD, and Spark 3, Arc Spark 3, will correspond with 2976 AD. So I just wanted to point those out. So it's these periods here that we're dealing with the Blue Lotus and Mente treaties and the completion of the Amente host mission. And that's what the Blue Lotus Amente treaties are. They're the finishing of the 550 million years ago Amente host mission. All right, let's see. I think, can you just pull it down to the bottom? Yeah, and then again here, we just got through with this period, the May of 2023 Mug 102 period. We had all of these things open, which we'll look at on the larger charts that I also got the yellow off of, so it's easier to see. And then we'll go into August of 2023, and that's when we start the subcycle 16. and FOI7 releases. And in 11 of 2023, Mug 103, TJ Firestorm 7, and Snap. Okay, so this is the series we're going through now that weren't put on the larger chart that shows all of the 4 columns together because there's just too much information to put on that chart. Next one, please. Okay. This is that 12 primary current events of the Blue Lotus Amente final Amente rescue mission. And this is it, the same thing that we read before, but this is without the yellow, so you can actually see the words. So I just thought I would put that up there so you can see them. I did pretty much read it before, so I'm just going to put it up here so you can see it. I'm not going to reread it. Can we bring it up a little bit? Just so, people that, want to be able to actually see the words, they're here. Okay, and then the next one, please. This is the second page of that, where it goes from 11A through 12C. 11A was May of 2023 that we just got through with, and this was all of these things happen. We had final Emerald Covenant restatement on Earth activates. The Blue Lotus Future Tether Activation 3, which is the Blue Lotus Amente Sphere Reconnect activation, occurred. The Aquarian Hub Ancestor Passage reopened on its organic spin for the first time since May of 2012. The A4 Adashi Bypass reopened. The Amente Sphere M31 Adashi temples are accessible as of 5/2023, and they correspond to 3033 AD. All right, so the Adashi temples, they correspond with the A4 platform, which is in M31 Earth, the 3 core, like the core areas, the core caverns, crystal caverns. That's where the Adashi temples are located, and that's where the Sphere of Amente has been put for safekeeping. The M31 Sphere of Amente, 3033 AD, opens. Crystal Bridgeway 1, Florida, this location, to M31 Earth, the 3 A4 Mente Sphere Adashi temples opens. So this place, this frequency here in real time opens into the 3033 AD M31 Earth 3 Amente, Sphere of Amente. Okay, and again, GA up step 38 was, we just call them Nyack, the Nomia, Eusethra, Urea, Alhambra councils. And they're actually of the A5 Earth 3 platform, which is the Haustra, Nomia, Eusethra crystal cities of surface Earth 3 in 6,520 AD. Okay, so here's the activation we're going to be doing in a little bit, which is 11B, June 4th, 2023, Mug 102B, Spark of the Arc 1 transmission. I didn't have time to fill out the rest because they literally just gave me this right before we started. But this would be the 2317 AD Spark, I believe, coming through on the A1 platforms. So that's what we're going to be transmitting this evening, or this morning, in a couple minutes, actually. So this is just the rest of the things. I'm not going to go over those again right now. We are right here. These frequencies are also part of the activation that's happening. They began in May 22 through 29 of 2023, which is the Hitharo period, and which we just got over with. So we're actually getting all of these activations simultaneously, but they're coming through on Spark of the Arc 1 transmission, 2317 AD. So what we're going to do for this, they haven't given me a written out technique or anything for this because they're just going to run it live. And a lot of times when they do that, they simply show me and we narrate as we go, and it's going to be something like that. It's not a hard one. It's just a breathing activation to pick up the spark, but they'll show me where, because they're holding it. I can feel it. They're holding. Keep getting these little like tremors of frequency that run through. They're kind of like a little bit jittery, and they're trying to stabilize the wave while holding it so we can get together and Jan and I can do the Niedra stance. So we're going to get our chairs ready to do the Niedra stance. And in the meantime, if we can look over here, and these are okay, these are decorative, but these behind it are not decorative. These are, it's actually a triptych. There's one way down in the corner that we don't need to use right now, and that would go on the far side over there. This is the middle one, and this is the one on this side, so it would expand that way. These two are the frequencies that we're going to be using as a grounding background frequency. These are called together. It's a triptych that are called the gathering, and it's a work in progress that began around the same time as the Flames of Urea paintings did. These were also pour paintings. And this has to do with lots of guardians coming in. I don't know if you can see them yet, but eventually that will be built out where you can actually see their faces as they're streaming in. And there's a frequency that comes in with this. So they're asking us to, while we move our chairs to get into the Niedra positioning, we're going to focus the camera on these, and these are fine. They're not going to get in the way. It's the background frequency that they're asking you if you want to pick up the activation more strongly. Just simply breathe in, look at your screen with that image on it, and just breathe in to the heart of Ephema point, right there below the breastbone, or below the rib cage, and just bring it into there, and then send it down into Earth Core No Me Seat, and then bring it back up to the heart of Ephema, and just push it all the way up through the Trentian window, all the way up, and just aim for Urale Conservatory. Just say to yourself mentally, Urale Conservatory 3 times. So you look at the image, bring an imprint of it just on the breath, into the heart of Ephema point, then exhale it down into Earth Core, No Me Seat, then up to heart of Ephema again, out through Trentian window, 36 inches above the head chakra 14, and all the way up to Urale Conservatory, Urale Conservatory, Urale Conservatory. And if you can play with doing that, we'll get our seating into the Niedra stance position, and then that will these frequencies that if you use that as an opener, will begin the process, and we will simply transmit the frequencies of the spark, the arc spark 1, and any information they give us as far as telling us what to do with anything, because it's going to be one of those live run ones where I don't know what it is until it runs live, and sometimes there's words on them and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just breathing and transmitting the frequency to the camera so it gets out to you, and it is running live, and it is running live in the grids while we're filming this. So we're going to go do that, and if we can focus camera there. Remember, just breathe in to the heart of Ephema, breathe the image in, and exhale it down to Earth Core No Me Seed. Bring it back up to heart of Ephema, then exhale it up through the Trentian window, 36 inches above the head chakra 14, and up to Urale Conservatory, Urale Conservatory, Urale Conservatory. And leave it there, and that will open to receive the Spark of the Arc 1. Okay, let's get our Alrighty. Right. Hello, we're back. What Jan and I are doing is called an Aedra dance, where we link our chakras, our lotus link with the chakras, and also with the palms, and we transmit the current together once we receive them. The guardians are holding the activation now, and I can feel it. It's actually coming up from Earth Core Nomi Seed, and it feels like a rumble starting down there, but it's not released yet. I will narrate if there's words, but we will begin transmitting as soon as they'll say go, and that's when we'll open. And opening means we'll do this, and that means we're starting to transmit. Okay, and we may actually do other hand things. They're just showing me that. So I'm just giving you a quick rundown, like they're giving me a quick rundown. But this will be the Arc Spark 1 from 2317 AD, the Aurora 1 platforms. Okay, 1 and 2. Let's inhale and hold on. And exhale. I'm getting the sound tones of Umai Dwaina Ekasha Umai Dwaina Ekasha Umai Dwaina Ekasha. Urietatur Tanayendaye Nale Dave Nasana Atea Alo Alade Namura Edamor Rindahu Lave Ene We tare sinesa e umai traina e ekasha umai traina e ekasha umai traina Arc Spark 1 transmission is complete. Thank you for joining us. I had no idea music was going to be on that one. Probably a good thing they didn't tell me. I would have been afraid to sing because of the breathing issues. All right. They're having us do something here. All right. There's one more part of this. They're just showing me now. So you and I are going to send a spark down from our heart of Ephema down to Earth Core Nomi Seed. Okay. Like inhale and then exhale it down. Bring it back up to heart of Ephema. Send it out into our hands. Through the arms into our hands. And build a spark. And now we're going to release that spark ball directly to the camera and to the people watching. And for those who want to, catch it with your breath and bring it into your heart of Afima with an inhale, and then send it down to Earth Core Nomi Seed. Now. There we go. Great. Thank you.
That was nice.
Yeah, thanks. And thank you. Alrighty. So we'll take just a short break, then I'm going to go back on to reading for you, but take a 10-minute and that's it, and then we'll be back to finish for this evening.